Hi everybody, I'm Jacob, I look like a tomato, and this is Colton. It's because my face is red. Anyways. This story goes to my campaign with my giant world and all the characters that we've been playing in for about maybe 2 or 3 years. And I gotta go and do a little bit of backstory for this one because it's a lot.
So for those that wanted to hear some stuff about the world of the Immortals, here you go.
It'll be really quick, it'll be really fast. So, way back in the first campaign we ever played, Colton played a dwarven barbarian named Bogar. Bogar ended up becoming the king of an island called Ireland, and Ireland is where he lived after the campaign ended. This was his home for about 200 or so years until Bogar ended up dying. Bogar died, he was dead, we know that.
Not of old age, that's important.
No, he was killed.
Yeah.
He was overthrown by another faction in the world that didn't think that he should have been king, because he was a dwarf ruling over human civilization. So, Colton currently plays his daughter, made of magic, named Mallory, who runs around the world and does stuff like that. Mallory ended up finding out that Bogar had been brought back to life, and they found him through another quest, and blah blah blah. So now we're 200 years in the future. Bogar has lost his kingdom and his home, and he is alive, and he's well, and he's currently trying to help stop the end of the world. The reason the world is about to end is because Ozymandias, a giant titan about maybe like the size of a mountain.
A mechanical titan.
Yeah, he's a construct. Went to Ireland and just destroyed it pretty much, and he lives on that island doing something. They don't really know what he's doing, but he's there doing things that are likely going to bring the end of the world. Ozymandias is what is known as a reaper. In my world, is somebody who is created by the gods of death just to destroy the world, and that's it. The players, the main characters, are immortals, the opposite, created by the gods of life to counteract the reaper and stop him from doing all that. It's classic good versus evil, blah blah blah. I'm super original. So Ozymandias is on Ireland. It's where Bogar's old kingdom used to be, and everybody knows this. It's been like this for about a year now, and it sucks because Colton was just like, Jacob, gosh dang it, you took my home away.
Took my kingdom away from me like 5 times.
No kingdoms allowed. Bogar, as of recently, had joined up with another group of people called the Ember Warriors. This is another group with Hamala and Spencer and all of them. They play in that game, and
it's in the same universe.
Right, so. And they had been playing for a long time too and doing their own things as adventures went on, and they ended up having to go. They had killed this guy. This guy's name he was a Yanti named Simiali, and that's a whole nother story. But anyways, they had to go to, in my world, known as the 4th dimension. The 4th dimension is where a lot of people go after they die if they worship a wild god. A wild god is a god that only exists because people believed in them so hard that they became a god and they exist. And it's this giant, floating dimension where your soul goes to see all these little bubbles in astral space where all of the gods reside. So the party goes there because they need to speak to Simiali, because they need to forgive him because they were enemies and bad things happened to a character and this curse happened, blah, 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 long story. The party gets there and they're floating through the astral plane, and you ended up going to Bast or whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to ask Bast how do we get to Simiali, and Bast was like, bye.
Yeah, so they were kind of confused as to what to do, but they realized if they channeled their emotions, it would move them throughout everything. They find Simiali, they talk to him, all that business, they make amends. And
don't we agree to get him out?
Yeah, we agree to get him out and stuff like that. So one of the characters is well, I don't know how to leave. And Abadir, Hamala's character, says, well, I'll just think of home really hard. And he disappeared. So Colton,
I think of home.
And I went, okay. No! Because
my home is Ireland.
Where a 5,000-foot titan is currently attempting to destroy the world. And this has been years since we've gone. This has just been a thing in our mind the entire time, so whatever. And he looks at me and he says that, and I'm like,
I'm pretty sure actually it was you're okay, you disappear, and then my eyes just went wide, and I was like, oh crap, and then we both realized what it meant.
So Bogar appears on Ireland, which is his home, where everything everything's destroyed, and there's the Titan, Ozymandias, who comes around the corner, is just like, oh look, life, I have laser eyes and I'm going to kill you.
There's also like thousands of mini constructs,
drones and everything that are there, and Bogar starts running. He starts getting attacked by flying things, and things are going near him at all times.
I had this really weird plan of like trying to like catch one of the flying constructs that was flying down and like try to ride him out of Ireland, because it's an island, so like I can't get off the island anyways.
That would have been cool.
So
fortunately enough, I have a character who has a bit of like this guy right here, this guy, who kind of monitors where everybody is, and he's about a level 15 bard, and he ended up teleporting in, swooping in, saving Bogar using a ton of his magic and teleporting him out, which, by the way, was not a Deus Ex Machina. It's a real thing in my world, people, okay? Also, I didn't really want his character to die.
Jacob's like, Colton, you do this every time. I have this whole story played out with Jason Bogar, and you're trying to get him killed.
Yeah, always, every time. Luckily, Jace was able to bring Bogar back, and he just like took him on his shoulders. He's like, "Why do you do this?" And he collapsed out of exhaustion, and Bogar was alive.
Barely.
Gosh dang it, man! Freaking.
I should have just fought him. Mm-hmm. Take him on one-on-one.
Yeah, take on Ozymandias. Yeah, do it, man. I dare you next time. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to
Bogar and Mallory. Boom, we got it. That's all you need.
Oh man.
Who needs an army?